Hey, Jimmy with Cuff and Stuff. Man, let me tell you, the weather cools off, and if you're looking for something to warm you to the core, this is it. This is good stuff. It's easy to make. You can make it. Come home after work, you can throw it together. If you do it, make it on a weekend, you can freeze it 5 minutes. You've got a hot, warm you to the core meal. And oh, it's so delicious. Today we're doing beef vegetable soup. And we're gonna do it on the cast iron Dutch oven. So, hang tight. Okay, well, here we go. We're gonna start. This is 2.5, almost 3 pounds of stew meat, straight off the shelf from Walmart. This is how easy this is gonna be. Everything today that's going in this came right off the shelf from Walmart. All right, I've got just a little bit of oil in the bottom of this, and I'm gonna brown it just a little. I'm not cooking it done by any means. I just want to brown this. And you see I've got my gas down pretty low, but this is still fairly hot. I don't want it to stick. So I'm gonna stay with it. And we're gonna stir until I get just a light brown on this. I just think browning your meat before you start your stew, soup, whichever, brings out a little more beef flavor. And look at that. It didn't take but just a couple of minutes to brown up. Next, I'm gonna put 2 containers, that's gonna be 4 cups of beef broth. There's one. The second one. All right. And we've just always done it this way. Don't ask me why. All right. But here we go. This is 2 cups of chicken broth. All right. Let's stir this up. Now I want to let this come up to a boil. Okay? When I get it to a boil, that's when I'll bring you back. All right, well, as you see, we've got it to a good rolling boil. I'm gonna put some seasoning in it. All right, what are we putting? All right, we're gonna put, let me turn it down just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of Lea and Perrin. Why Lea and Perrin? Because it matters. All right, I'm gonna put some onion powder, and let's see if I can tell you, this is about 1.5 tablespoons. This is Sea salt. I'm gonna do the same with sea salt to start with, probably a tablespoon and a half, just to get it started. That was not, that was basically low sodium beef broth, so I didn't need a whole lot. And my grandmother taught me to be a pinch of this and a palm of this. This is 16 mesh. That's gonna be about a tablespoon and a half. Now, since you're my viewers, I'm gonna show you a secret. Please don't tell the whole world. This is something, but if you're one of my viewers, go see Uncle Steve at UncleSteveShake.com. This is Smoke Bomb. Oh, you will not believe the flavor that Smoke Bomb puts in your vegetable soup. All right, about a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2, okay? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back over, I'm gonna stir this up, and I'm gonna let this roll for a good 10-15 minutes or so. I just want to tenderize this beef that's in here. So you'll see, I'm going to turn it back up and see it immediately in this cast iron starts to heat right back up. And I'm going to let that roll for just a little bit. And I'll bring you back just a minute. All right, next, again, I'm cheating. These are chopped onions. They were frozen. I let them sit out for a little while. We're gonna put those in. Also, this is a little something I like. This is that Pick Sweet seasoned blend. It's got onions and peppers and bunch of good stuff in it. I'm gonna dump that bag of that in there. Now, that was cold, so I want my onions and peppers to get tender, so I'm gonna turn the fire up just a little bit. And we're gonna keep on cooking. Okay, well, we've let the onions and the peppers, and it's got little bits of celery in this too, just for flavor. We've let it go for a few minutes. Next, I'm gonna now I just use a small can of petite diced tomatoes, and you use a big can if you want. You like lots of tomatoes in yours, go ahead. I'm gonna use about half a can of tomato sauce. Let's stir that in. All right, I'm gonna let these onions and peppers and celery go just a little bit longer with that tomato in there. So stick with me. Well, here we go. We've let this go for a few more, and I'm gonna start. This is mixed vegetables straight out of the can. It doesn't get any easier than that. I'm using 3 cans. You put as much as you want. A lot more, a lot less. That's up to you. I'm also gonna put 1 can, and this is cut green beans, because we like green beans in ours. Now notice those 4 cans I didn't drain. I want the moisture out of that. And I'm gonna stir it up, and oh yeah, that's looking good. Now my onions and peppers have cooked down pretty good. They went, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so is about all they took. And they're gonna continue to cook down as I cook these vegetables. Now I've got one more thing to put in them, but I'm gonna wait until the very end, and that's when I'll bring you back. We let this simmer about 15 minutes. Oh yeah. And I can tell just by looking, our onions have cooked down. Stew meat ought to be just as tender. All right, so it's time for the last thing we're gonna add. Now, this is another one of those things. This is straight off the shelf. This is diced potatoes. Now, I did drain these. I'm gonna do 2 cans. I don't want the starch from the potato water or juice or whatever's in it. All right, I am going to stir this up good. I'm gonna put the lid back on it, and we're gonna go another good 10 minutes or so, and then it's gonna be time to try it. So stick with me. Well, we've let this simmer with the potatoes in it. I'm sure they were just about cooked, and I don't want to turn them to mush. But look at that. All right. Well, we're going to take this over to the table, so come on with me. Let me get my towel here. Just don't want to run water all over my table. And look at this. Vegetable beef soup. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look so good? That's pretty stuff. All right, well, only one thing left to do. Let's get us a ladle full. That's gonna fill that bowl up. Now, I know about the salt and pepper and seasoning that I like, and that smoke bomb, by the way. Let's try. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything in that bite. Beef, vegetables, potatoes, onions. Let's try it. I know it's gonna be hot. The beef is just as tender as it can be. That's so good. Now, for me, I would put just a touch more salt, but I like salt. So I'm gonna put it just in my bowl, not in the pot. Now, we'll eat this for supper tonight, and then we'll quart up the rest of it, freeze it. You can come in freezing to death after work, take that quart out, heat it up in the microwave, put it on the stove in a pot. In 5-10 minutes, you got a meal. And let me tell you, throw in a pound of cornbread. Oh my goodness, meal fit for a king. Listen, I appreciate you sticking around. If you haven't already, how about hit the circle on this side and subscribe. I'll have another video just for you over here. Hit that thumbs up, give me a like. About like a payday for me. I'd appreciate it. Until next time, hang tight and be good to one another. Hang tight.